My name is Cathy Kolwey, and I am new on staff. I am the Associate for Spiritual Formation. For many of you who have been worshiping and participating virtually because of COVID, I haven't gotten the chance to meet you yet, but I'm excited that soon we will be phasing back in, and I hope to meet all of you face-to-face soon. This morning, I want to talk about my own spiritual practice. You know, when I was in seminary, I took an entire year and I decided that my spiritual practice was going to be poetry writing. And so I made a goal for myself to write a poem a day. And I did it. I wrote a poem 365 days of the year. For the most part, I used the structure of haiku, which is a three-line poem that goes 5 syllables on the first line, and then 7 syllables on the second line, and then 5 syllables on the third line. It doesn't have to rhyme, it doesn't have to match. It's simply 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. So even if you don't think of yourself as a creative person, anybody can write a haiku. Here is a haiku that talks about how to write a haiku. Listen for the syllable pattern. 5 syllables first. The second line gets 7. End with 5 again. When I challenged myself to do a haiku every single day, what I found was that I could tune into or change my thinking by this attentiveness to poetry writing. Often I would look at a picture or experience a meal or look into nature, and I would simply get that 5-7-5 syllable pattern inspired by whatever I was looking at. I even put up a Facebook page called Haiku on You, where I wrote my poem down every day. And I shared it with the world. That was my accountability. So, to practice, this morning I'm inspired by the Unnamed Kids Show, something I've been participating in and being creative with the Emerging Generations team. Inspired by this group, here is my haiku about the Unnamed Kids Show. The Unnamed Kids Show, a place where kids find love, and sometimes bacon. For me, poetry is more than just time to write or time to journal. It really truly is a spiritual practice. My 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Brady, once said to me, "Truth makes easy poetry." And when I consider poetry to be a spiritual practice, what I'm doing is really trying to tap into the truth and the beauty of God. I would love for you all to consider, while you are on your Lenten journey, just once, wake up and try and write a haiku. Do the 5-7-5 and make it a practice that you try at least once during this Lenten journey, so that you too can see how it helps to change perspective. If you get into a practice like I did of writing one every single day, it's interesting to go back and look at a week's worth of what you've written down, and sometimes you can see messages from God emerge when you look at a week's worth of your writing. And this is the same way that it would be with journaling, or if you were painting or doing any sort of art. And so my thought for you is to think about poetry, not just as a creative practice, but really, truly, as something that can help your spiritual formation. If you did it for 40 days, you might be able to see how it helps to tune your eye towards God. That's what it does for me.